नमस्कार ओडिशा विधानसभा समाचार कक्ष को स्वागत करुछि मो अशोक। संपूर्ण समाचार देखा पूर्व आसंतु नजर पकाइबा कौन रही आज मुख्य समाचार। नीति आयोग बैठक में जोगदे दिल्ली फेरिले मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक। बैठक में ओडिशा को फोकस स्टेट मान्यता कले दाबी, कहले रेलवे बैंकिंग और टेलीकॉम क्षेत्र में दि जाऊ स्वतंत्र ध्यान। कटक में प्रजातंत्र उत्सव में मुख्यमंत्री उद्बोधन, कहले बिना भୟରେ लोकों समस्या कहू गणमाध्यम। संसद में उपराष्ट्रपति वेंकैया नायडू को विदाय संबर्धना। राज्यसभा सांसद डॉ सस्मित पात्र वक्तव्य, कहले उपराष्ट्रपति वेंकैया हेउछंती ओडिशार बंधु। एथर संपूर्ण समाचार। नीति आयोग बैठक में जोगदे मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक भुवनेश्वर फेरिछंती। गतकाली बैठक में जोगदे ओडिशा को फोकस स्टेट मान्यता पाई पुणी दाबी करिछंती मुख्यमंत्री एने कहिछंती विकास रो बाटो उगाळुछि प्राकृतिक विपर्यय। प्रतिवर्ष बन्या और बात्या दोहलाई देउछि ओडिशार आर्थिक मेरुदंड। प्राकृतिक विपर्ययर दीर्घकालीन मुकाबिला पाई स्वतंत्र पांठी प्रदान करने लगी केंद्र सरकार पाखरे दाबी करिछंती नवीन पट्टनायक। रेलवे बैंकिंग और टेलीकॉम क्षेत्र में ओडिशा को स्वतंत्र ध्यान देवाई से दाबी करिछंती। एहासह मुख्यमंत्री स्वाधीनतार अमृत महोत्सव कमिटी बैठक में जोग देइथिले। स्वाधीनता संग्राम में ओडिशार अवदान वर्णना करथिले मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक। गणतांत्रिक समाज रे गणमाध्यम प्रमुख भूमिका रही। बिना भୟରେ लोकों समस्या कहू गणमाध्यम, एपरी परामर्श देइछंती मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक। कटकर इंडोर स्टाडियम रे दैनिक संवादपत्र प्रजातंत्र वार्षिक उत्सव में जोगदे उद्बोधन माध्यम रे मुख्यमंत्री यह कहिछंती। मुख्यमंत्री मध्य यह कहिछंती गणतंत्र मूल्यबोध को गणमाध्यम प्रमाणित करिथाय।
सारा देश एबे स्वाधीनतार अमृत महोत्सव पालन करुछि। असंत काली हेउछि ऑगस्ट क्रांति दिवस। आम इतिहास रो एक रेड लेटर डे। यही अवसर आम समस्त स्वाधीनता संग्रामी मानन को मोर प्रणाम जनाउछि। यही समय रे प्रजातंत्र रो 75 वर्ष पूर्ति एक अमृत संजोग। यही खुशी अवसर रे अपन मानन को समस्तों को प्रजातंत्र परिवार को मु अभिनंदन जनाउछि। The role of media in a democratic society can hardly be overemphasized. It should endeavor to uphold our great culture and moral values and promote national integration and communal harmony. Media should discharge its duty without any fear or favor. Media runs on the basis of people's trust. It is therefore expected that the media should prioritize the real issues of people rather than politics. Media essentially should be the voice of the people. India is led by a strong democratic value system. Our country stands tall on this foundational principle. Our democratic values have helped us to steer successfully through all the trials and tribulations in the course of these 75 glorious years. Media, being the voice of the people, must reflect our democratic value system and take a neutral stand in every aspect of society. Whether it's electronic or social media, It is the duty of every media house to maintain dignity and keep the secular principles in mind. Truth and non-violence are the cardinal principles that guided our freedom struggle. In the 75 years of independence, let's pledge together to preserve and strengthen these values in every sphere of society. My best wishes to Prajatantra. Let truth always prevail. Bande Utkal Janani.
ନଜର ପକାଇବା ଆଉ ଏକ ଖବର ଉପରେ ଆଜି ଦିଲ୍ଲୀର ସଂସଦ ଭବନରେ ଉପରାଷ୍ଟ୍ରପତି ଭେଙ୍କୟା ନାଇଡୁଙ୍କୁ ବିଦାୟ ସମ୍ବର୍ଦ୍ଧନା ଦିଆଯାଇଛି। ଏହି ଅବସରରେ ପ୍ରଧାନମନ୍ତ୍ରୀଙ୍କ ସମେତ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଦଳର ସାଂସଦମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ଅଭିଭାଷଣ ରଖିଥିଲେ। ରାଜ୍ୟସଭାର ବିଜେଡି ସଂସଦୀୟ ଦଳ ନେତା ତଥା ସାଂସଦ ଡକ୍ଟର ସସ୍ମିତ ପାତ୍ର ମଧ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କ ବକ୍ତବ୍ୟ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିଛନ୍ତି। ସେ ବକ୍ତବ୍ୟ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଉପରାଷ୍ଟ୍ରପତି ତଥା ରାଜ୍ୟସଭା ଅଧ୍ୟକ୍ଷ ଭେଙ୍କୟା ନାଇଡୁ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ବନ୍ଧୁ।
It's a very heavy day, and before, I don't want to bid you farewell, honestly. I honestly don't want to bid you farewell. I just hoped you would stay on and on. But then life has its own transitions. So I want to first thank you on behalf of my party, Biju Janata Dal, on behalf of our leader, Shri Naveen Patnaik ji, for your service to the nation, for your service to this country, for your service to this house, and for being the great man that you are, with your simplicity, with your charm, with your dedication, with your commitment, for having done so much for all of us. So it's been only 3 years. It's been only 3 years that I have come to know you personally, but it seems like a lifetime. Time is short. Honorable Prime Minister was speaking about how you have always promoted youth, how you have promoted the regional languages. Honorable LOP, Honorable Members of Parliament have been speaking. I'll not elaborate on that. I brought evidence to the House today, sir. The evidence I'm going to lay on for everyone to see. The day was February 7th, 2020. The day before, I had been to you in your chamber and you said, Sasmit, why don't you speak in Odia? It's your mother tongue. Speak more. The next day, I spoke in Odia, my first 0 hour, on a specific topic. You're on the chair, sir, and you said, Uttam Kahu Chanti. You spoke well. After a few minutes, I get this brief note from you, sir. What does it say? Evidence. Uttam Kahu Chanti, written by you, signed Sri Venkaya Naidu, to me, Sasmit Patra. So why I brought this evidence? There are many evidences. But why I brought this evidence to the House is because this was a note for you. For me, it's a memory of a lifetime. It will stay with me as long as I am there. And that is what Sri Venkaya Naidu ji means to all of us. So promotion of youth. There are many young members who have come in very new to the House. And I just wanted to probably take this opportunity to tell you how you have promoted the youth members of Parliament, the young members of Parliament. In August 2020, suddenly I had a phone call in the evening saying that I have been appointed to the panel of Vice Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. I was surprised. I said, I'm only 13 months into the Rajya Sabha. Sir, you were the person when I called in the evening, sir, do you think I'm capable of presiding over this August House? Do you think I'll be ever able to do justice? You said, I believe in you, I stand by you, you do your work, you keep working hard. That was Sri Venkaya Naidu ji. Sir, I will not take much time. You've always been a friend of Odisha. Whenever we have brought matters of Odisha before you, sir, you've always given us a patient hearing. Whenever there have been matters of Odisha that have to be raised in the House, you were always open to the idea of how we can develop more and more. Whenever our new members of Parliament from across party lines used to come up, you used to encourage them. So one thing I must tell you, sir, Your presence in the chair is very reassuring. Your presence in the chair gives us strength. And your presence in the chair, you have inspired and motivated not only the members of parliament of the Rajya Sabha, you have inspired and motivated every youth of this nation. And I say that with a great measure of humility. Sir, at the end, I'd just like to tell you today, I'm reminded of the words of Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. I think today, sir, you have miles to go. And as Derek ji said, you have more than 20 years of public life left. You will continue to inspire us every day. You will continue to cherish your memories every day. With these words, I thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your leadership. On behalf of Biju Janata Dal, our leader Shri Naveen Patnaik ji, we thank you for your service to the nation. Thank you.
नजर पकावा संसदर खबर उपरे आज लोकसभा जाजपुर सांसद श्रीमती शर्मिष्ठा सेठी प्रधानमंत्री डिजिटल साक्षरता अभियान उपरे मत रखिछंती। आसंतु देखिबा कोन थिला से मत।
श्रीमती शर्मिष्ठा सेठी जी।
Thank you, sir. Sir, millions of Indian citizens living in rural areas do not have access to education and job opportunities because of digital divide and digital illiteracy in the country. The Pradhan Mantri Gramin Digital Saksharata Abhiyan scheme was rolled out in 2017 to usher in digital literacy in rural India. The scheme was expected to make 6 crore rural households, that is 1% per household, digitally literate by 2019. Although steps were taken to adequately implement the scheme, this goal was not made by 2019. In the year 2022-23 budget, allocation to this scheme has decreased by 16.67% as compared to the revised and budget estimates for the year 2021-22. This decrease in the budget is especially alarming as being digitally literate is utmost importance in the current tech-savvy times. As per ITU's World Telecom database, only 43% of the population in India uses internet, 50% male internet users and 42% female internet users in India. The National Family Health Survey 2019-21 shows a significantly larger gender gap in internet users. The NFHS reports suggest that only 57.1% of the male population and 33.3% of the female population had ever used the internet. This is the concerning as inability to use computers and electronic device was one of the causes for high dropout rates amongst girls during the pandemic. I urge the government to scale up the digital literacy programs so as to bridge the digital divide between rural and urban India. Thank you, sir.
ओडिशा विधानसभा समाचार कक्षर आज नमस्कार।